Why do you need to stop telling everyone about your plans to become rich and happy? Do you know what the funniest part of your life is? You haven't done anything yet, but you've already told everyone. You call it inspiration. You call it sharing. You say, I just want support. In reality, you want appreciation for nothing. Listen carefully because this is going to be unpleasant. 1. Your brain betrays you. Every time you talk about what you're going to do, your brain thinks you've already done it. You said, I'm launching a project. I'm starting a new life. I'll change everything soon. And at that moment, dopamine is released inside you, a reward, pleasure, relief. And you know what next? Motivation dies because your psyche says, why bother if the approval has already been received? You haven't even started yet. You're already tired.
Why do chatterboxes rarely become rich? Look around you. The loudest ones are usually the most empty. They're always planning something, always at the start, always on the verge of something soon. But the years go by and there's no result. Why? Because they live by words, not actions. Words are cheap, actions are expensive, and most people aren't willing to pay. 3. You share and waste energy. There's a simple truth no one told you. An idea is energy. When you share it with those who don't participate, don't invest, don't take risks. You drain your energy. They listen, nod, doubt, envy, devalue. And if they remain silent, you feel it. After a conversation, you're no stronger, you're empty.
4. Why do people love it when you talk and hate it when you act? While you're talking, you're safe, you're not a threat. You're a dreamer, you're like everyone else. But when you act, when you start succeeding, suddenly you're discussed, criticized, and held back. Because your actions make others see their own inaction, and that's painful. 5. That's why successful people remained silent until the very end. They didn't talk, they disappeared. They didn't explain, they worked. They didn't seek support. They built a foundation within themselves. And only when the results could no longer be ignored did they come to light. Not for approval, but for the facts. 6. You ask, what about support? Good question. Support is needed, but not for everyone. And not always. Remember, there are people with whom you share your results. And there are people through whom you share your journey. If someone doesn't risk with you, doesn't lose with you, doesn't invest with you, they have no right to know your plans. It's not pride, it's hygiene. 7. Why does silence make you stronger? When you remain silent, you remain yourself. Without praise, without approval, without illusions, and then the truth emerges. Either you truly want it, or you just want it to be thought well of. Silence quickly reveals whether a goal is real or just a beautiful fantasy. 8. Happiness and wealth love silence. Happiness doesn't shout, it lives deep. Wealth doesn't chatter, they are built in solitude. While you talk, you live in the future. When you remain silent and act, you live in reality. Nove finale, the main impact. Do you want the truth? Your life isn't changing not because you lack opportunities, but because you open your mouth too early and start acting too late. So if you really want money, freedom, respect, and peace, do one simple thing, shut up, and start doing. Let the results speak for themselves.